Hey, how's it going, guys? We're back and we're better. And we're here for another week of betting the spreads. You know how it is. Win some, you lose some. We win 9-7 last week, winning record. But more importantly, it ensures that we have a winning record for the year. So, golf clap for that. I'm happy. Going above 500 is the standard, especially if you're trying to make videos like these, like just putting your 2 cents out there for the NFL world to consume. But you know, it is what it is. Last year we reached 150 wins. I don't think we'll be there this year, unfortunately, but our record is 137 and 15. Pretty fucking good. I mean, not as good as last year, but it's not that good. It's okay. It's decent. So, I mean, we'll take it. 137 and 115 with 1 week left to go. Hopefully, we can hit that 150. That would be crazy. We'd have to get 13 wins. I doubt that's happening, guys, but all you can do is try. It's for the love of the game. Like, who cares? But all right, then. Our first game, we have Cleveland going against Baltimore. Oh my God. What? First of all, the AFC North is all going on in one day. That's crazy. Secondly, they're minus 20. Baltimore is minus 20. Holy shit. Wow. I don't think I've ever seen a spread that high before. Initially, I think it's way too much. Um, because Baltimore is going to be kind of resting their guys. They're not going to obviously get a bye week next week. They might as well get a bye week this week, and have their backups playing. But I mean, I personally I think that you should play at least the first half and then go ahead and rest because so your routine's the same. You eat, the same. You have the same mindset going into a football game. Hey, I got to do my job. I got to do this. If they take the whole team takes the week off, then it kind of gets a little weird. I mean, if you're the fucking Chiefs, like people, they've been doing that for the last 2 years, and then the Rams have done it. They just rest guys. They're just like, nope, not gonna even risk it. I feel that. Like I feel that. Like if you were an established champion, then yes, then that's acceptable. But the Ravens are not champions yet. Like as much as I love Lamar and I love Derrick Henry and their weapons are decent, their defense is coming alive. I don't see them being that type of team to just take the whole week off. I hope they just play half of the game, but that doesn't mean that they're gonna beat them by 20 points. Like that's crazy. I'm taking Cleveland. That is it's too much. They're gonna sit out half the game. Plus That's insane. I can't fall for the bait. I can't. I can't. Okay, next game we have the Bengals going against the Steelers. The Steelers are minus 2.5. Look, guys, we got our ass kicked by the offense last week. The defense, the Broncos came to play. They had their moments. They stopped them on fourth down twice, I believe. They had seven sacks and it didn't matter. Like Joe's just like, yep, okay, it's second and 19. Okay, I'm just gonna hit Gesicki for 15. Now it's third and four. It's like, what can you do about a high power offense? You gotta outscore them. And our offense wasn't like that. Their defense wasn't that great, the Bengals defense. Because we had our moments, but the Bengals are a high. powered machine right now. And I don't know if the Steelers can really fight them off like that. They're minus 2.5, the Bengals are. I don't know. I don't know. I have a feeling that Pittsburgh will win this game. If we were to roll the dice 6 times, they'd win once. The Steelers would. The other 5 times they would play, I think the Bengals could win. Give me the Steelers. Fuck it. Come on, Mike T. Okay, let's go. That's for the Saturday games. Next game we have for the Sunday slots, we have the Panthers going against the Atlanta Falcons. Falcons need to have to win, obviously, and they need um, Tampa Bay to lose to make it to the playoffs. They're just they're a good team. Like you've seen them against the Giants, you've seen them against the Chargers. Like those games come down to the wire, and they can sometimes win those games. Other times they'll just shit the bed, like against the Broncos, and they don't know who they are. Their defense is like sporadic, and then their offense is finally starting to click. They better win. And the Panthers coming off a horrible loss, getting their ass kicked by the Bucks. I don't think that I don't think Carolina is going to come as strong or like be as strong as they were earlier in the season. I think they'll be just like last week, like they'll put up a good fight for a couple of quarters, but then Atlanta will take care of business. But minus 7.5, I can't trust the Falcons. Like they'll win, but this is not a money line show. This is betting the spreads. So we have to be authentic to the material. And what I always think is that divisional games are always closer than we think. However, 2 times last week, the Jets and the Bills, and then this game, Panthers and the Bucks, that wasn't the case. I just don't think the Atlanta Falcons are as good as the Bucks, and their offense isn't as potent as them, and their defense is a little bit worse than they are. So I think Carolina will come to play. It's just going to be close. Minus 7.5, that little half point hook. Mm-mm. Give me Carolina plus 7.5. Let's go. Taking all dogs so far. All dogs. Okay, next game, we got the Commanders going against the Cowboys. The Commanders are minus 6.5. Look, Commanders, man, they're just a beast. And I think all these games are divisional games. Oh my God, they are. Shit. So we're gonna have to go against our own logic in this game. I think if you're a good enough team, you can overcome it, just like I was saying. Um, just Jaden Daniels is rookie of the year, offensive rookie of the year. He's just a beast, man. They have a solid foundation for him on offense. He knows where to give the ball to, has a good coach in Cliff Kingsbury. Is he a great head coach? Not really, but he's looking like he's a good coordinator. And then you have Dallas, who got their shit ran over by the Eagles, and they're kind of scrambling right now. So I think the Commanders will put it on them. Oops. The Commanders will put it on -6.5. Let's go. Next game we have the Bears going against the Green Bay Packers. Um, Packers are -10. I think this is a good line to go ahead and take Green Bay. They're not going to play Caleb Williams. The Bears aren't. Um, they're obviously going to get a new coach. They're going to get new everything. I'm hearing different names getting thrown out. Um, like Mike McCarthy might be going over there. Vrabel, possibly. You have Pete Carroll out there. So I don't think that they're playing for anything. They want to get a better draft spot. So give me Green Bay -10. Let's go. Next game we have the Texans going against the Titans, and the Titans are -1.5. What? Wow, that's crazy. The line is 36.5, man. They're saying that these offenses, these teams suck, and the Texans suck worse than the Titans. That's crazy. Is it wrong though? I don't think so. I think Titans could beat them because the Texans are just spiraling out of control. It's crazy. They scored 2 points against the Ravens, man. Two. They scored a safety. Literally the hardest way you could score in football. That was the way they did it. It's Tank Dell going down, man, just really, really kills them. And then obviously Stephon Diggs, they were a good, better team, but now I'm taking the Texans. Give me the Titans. Never mind. No, no, I can't do it. I just can't. I feel like they have to. The Texans have to get their fucking head of their ass. And the Titans are the perfect team to do it against, even though it is a division rival. So, ugh, I don't like it at all. I don't like that game at all. Okay, next game we have the Jaguars going against the Colts. The Colts are -5. Hmm. First of all, the Colts are embarrassing. How you lose to the Giants, man? How you let Drew Lock cook you guys like that? How? With the playoffs on the line, man. Because the Broncos lost, you guys would still be alive. And what happened? Jacksonville wants to just beat them up, run the ball, hit Brian Thomas Jr. every once in a while. I think Joe Flacco can have it. Even though it's a meaningless game, those are the games that they can win. It's two bad teams. There's one bad team, one worse team. This is embarrassing. Okay, next game we have the Bills going against the Patriots. The Bills are only -3. Ugh, I guess because the game that they just played, they were very hard fought. Um, Bills kind of taking their foot off the gas a little bit scared for that, like in the playoffs. I want them to beat the Chiefs, obviously, but I would really prefer the Ravens to beat them. So those are like, hopefully those teams can beat them. They just need to get their head out of their ass. -3, I don't think that's that bad at all. I don't think the Patriots are that bad. I mean, their record says that they're bad, but I think their offense is coming coming together a little bit. It's just their defense is just letting everybody score, and they have their moments where they can lock down. But I don't know. I because they said that they were going to be sitting their starters. So I mean, they could lose and it won't mean a thing. They're still going to be the two seed. Give me Buffalo -3. Only three, so better than -14. I never forget that. Okay. Next game we have the Giants going against the Philadelphia Eagles. Saquon's not going to play, not going to try to break the rushing record. I personally don't think it's a. Let me take that back. Getting a record is an amazing accomplishment. It it's an amazing feat. Like no one will be able to take that away from you until the next Saquon comes in. But you look at Eric Dickerson, he's idolized all the way up here of how great of a running back he is or he was. And it's because he broke Emmitt Smith's record. Saquon is upper echelon when it comes to all-time running backs, but he was with the Giants, the team that they're playing. He was with them. They had so much turmoil that happened in and out of the locker room where they couldn't do anything right. I mean, he would get injured a lot. The record doesn't mean shit if you don't win the whole thing. Now, like Terrell Davis, my guy, he did both. He was able to go and get the record, which was it was 2000 at that time, and then we went off it and went in the Super Bowl. I think his priorities are straight that he wants to win. He wants to win a Super Bowl with this team. And I think they have a pretty good chance to do it. Is he willing to risk him being injured just to chase a record? I don't, and that's clearly what he did is what he's showing is that he can't he won't be able to live with himself if he goes out there tries to chase a record and then he gets hurt. So I think that they're doing the smart thing and I agree with it. It's an amazing thing to do. Don't get me wrong. I just think their priorities are set a little bit higher. And I mean, they got to 2000. That's still amazing. They're going to show that list and it has all these all-time running backs on there. Saquon's now on the list. I mean, that's pretty freaking good. And I think he's good with that. And I respect that. So they want to win a Super Bowl. They want to do their thing. Um, the Giants want to lose. They want to lose. They need to get a better draft pick because I think they're at the 4 seed now, the 4 pick. So it's gonna be a tough game. It's gonna be a little bit closer than what people think, but I think Philly will pull away late. And 2.5, they'll be able to handle it. Okay. Next game, we have the Saints going against the Tampa Bay Bucks. The Bucks are -14, playing with house money. Not entirely. If the Falcons lose, then they're in. Um, and they're playing at the exact same time. So they're not going to be able to play like that. They're going to have to go out there, show them who the fuck is up. The Saints are, one of those rival teams that always keep it close, always keep it tight, but they're the first team last week. Was it last week? 2 weeks ago. Green Bay 2 weeks ago had them in the and shut them out. First team to get shut out all year. They're just decimated. I mean, I heard Derek Carr could come back for the last game, but I think that's kind of stupid unless he's playing for a new team, like he's trying to get out of there. Um, I don't see why the Saints would let him go because look at their backups. Like they don't have anything else. They need to reset. They they finally need to take their medicine for kicking down the cap so much. Kicking down the can for the cap. And they're so negative. They need to get themselves out of it, and that's why they just been it finally broke. So the Saints have been a respectable team. I respect them. Um, and that's why I think it's going to be a little bit closer. Minus 14. It's going to be close, and then the Bucks will pull away late. So Tampa Bay minus 14. Let's go. All right. Start of the afternoon games. There's no Monday games. So everything will be played on this or tomorrow, whenever you guys see this on Sunday. Um, Kansas City going against my Denver Broncos. Broncos are minus 10 and a half. I never thought I'd see the day. Man, I think Kansas City is going to play us hard for like the first half, and we're all going to be nervous. But I think we'll be able to pull away, and and hopefully we don't fuck this up. um 10 and a half, that's crazy. Um I remember last time they played, I took Kansas City like plus 12 or something, whatever it was. We only lost by fucking one. I think it's because we need it. We are gonna play balls to the wall. So I think we can beat them by 10 and a half. Do I depend on it? No. But because it's the last week of the season, fuck it. Minus 10 and a half. Who cares? But I'm wrong. I'm wrong. I went down with the ship. Okay. Next AFC West game, we have the Chargers going against the Raiders. The Chargers are minus 4. Got nothing to play for here. Raiders want to lose, even though they've been winning, which is crazy. But it's the NFL. Like the coaches don't want to lose. Like the fans, people like us, we see not that they don't see the big picture, but we are looking at the big picture more astutely. That we want certain things to happen, certain dominoes to fall a certain way. The coaches and those players in there, they want to win, and they just like I don't know if you guys play fantasy. Most of you should. When you lose, that shit hurts. That shit hurts me all week. Because I fucking hate losing. I'm Brad Pitt from Moneyball. I hate losing more than I like winning. I fucking hate it. Winning is nice, but losing pisses you off. So I understand why the Raiders have been playing like that, man. Like they're trying to play for um AP Antonio Pierce. Like they're trying to keep him in there. Um, I don't know if he'll survive. I don't know. It's I don't know if he's gonna survive the offseason. Knowing the Raiders though, they'll probably do some dumb shit and fire him anyway if they win. I don't know. I don't think if he wins, I think he'd keep this job. But if they lose, Antonio Pierce is gone. because he's not an offensive mind. He's a middle linebacker. He's a defensive coach. So, and then Harbaugh is he's just too good, man. So, give me the Chargers. Okay. Next game, we have the Seahawks going against the Los Angeles Rams. So this is another game. The Rams locked in. Seattle eliminated from playoff contention. Rams have nothing to play for. Nothing. So Seattle's gonna take this home very easily. But for what? They're gonna get a worse draft pick. Um, I thought their McDonald had a good season. Just some injuries to the running back, Kenneth Walker, and then their defense was sporadic. They had their moments, but it's just Gino couldn't pull them ahead. And it's not saying anything bad about Gino. It's only certain people can do that. You have to have help. Even Joe Burrow, look at Joe Burrow. He's doing all he can to keep that team alive. They're 8-8, and he's playing an MVP season. Their defense is just letting them down. So it happens. Not everybody is Josh Allen, Lamar, Patrick Mahomes. Like they need an infrastructure so they can lean on them. Having said that, I think the Rams can cover. Rams can cover, but Seattle might just still win, like last second field goal or something. Okay, next game we have the Dolphins going against the Jets. The Dolphins are -1. Hmm. They don't have Tua playing. They got Tyler Huntley in there. And when remember when we saw how the Dolphins were without Tua, they were abysmal. They were they were erratic. They couldn't do anything. So I don't think that they'll have I don't think they'll be firing at all cylinders, but they have to win this game in order to stay alive, just in case the Bengals and the Broncos lose, then they can sneak into the playoffs. So I'm not gonna bet on the Jets. Give me Miami -1. Okay. Last two games. We have the 49ers going against the Arizona Cardinals. Both teams eliminated. They they had their moments, but injuries killed both of these teams. And we hate to see injuries happen, man, but that's the NFL. It's about the war of attrition. You have to. You just have to. Um, you have to stay healthy. It's but I mean, you see teams like we're about to talk to about next game is the Lions. They can overcome injuries if the culture is there. Now, San Francisco, I saw a stat when they were playing against the Lions four times in the 8 seasons and Kyle Shanahan has been there. 4 seasons have been winning record, 9, 10 plus wins. Everybody's happy. 4 seasons that they've been under five. That's I don't know what you do with that. That's it's hard to stomach if you are a Niners fan. They have their moments where they look like a really good team, and they had their moments last game. But stupid interceptions, breakdown in coverages, it really kills them. So, and the Cardinals are like a little bit better than that. But Kyler, same thing, gives the ball away too much. Their offense needs to get going faster. better. And it's hard to say that because they have all the weapons on there. It's just Kyler. He just doesn't know how to bring everybody together sometimes. So the defense is they're both average defenses. I'd say maybe the Niners is a little bit better, but you can't see it. Definitely not this year. So Cardinals minus 4.5. I can see the Cardinals winning this game. And then I think that would put the I think that would put what is it, 7 and 10? Yeah, it would put the Niners at 6 and 11, which is crazy going into the year. But I think it'll keep it close. So give me San Francisco because I don't trust the Cardinals like that. Plus 4.5. Okay, let's go. Last game we have the game of the year right here for the 1 seed for the NFC marbles, whatever the fuck you want to call it. The Vikings going against the Detroit Lions. The Lion, oh my God, the over under is 55 and a half. That's most of this week, that's for sure. That's the highest line I've seen like in the pro game. Um, I don't know. I think Minnesota might take. They're a little healthier. They're playing a little bit more balanced, and their defense is better. So it might be a case where just Lions, they're going down the field, the Vikings going up and down the field. Fourth quarter comes, then that's when, I mean, but it's hard to say that because, you seen Joseph take the ball away twice last week. Like the the Lions have guys that can take the ball away. I just think that the Vikings, which was my preseason prediction, that I thought the Vikings would be good. I think the Vikings are just a little bit more balanced and a little bit more polished, which is saying a lot, right? But that's just how they've been playing. Like you can't be thinking that oh these are the Vikings of old. Like no, this is a new team. This is a new coach, not new, but got a new quarterback. Doesn't matter. Got a new running back. Boom, deal with that. Oh, and we got Addison, we got Jefferson, we got Naylor, we have Hawkinson. What more do you fucking want? Like the Vikings are just that team and they're healthier. So give me the Vikings plus 2.5. Let's go. Okay. And that will do it for this season. We will obviously be doing the playoffs. Um, it'll be obviously a shorter video. I was doing shorts earlier. I mean, last year, my first time doing it. I felt like people needed a more of an explanation of how I felt rather than just putting numbers on a screen and like moving away from it. Like it was very amateurish. Not to say that I'm professional now. That's ridiculous, but um yeah. Anyway, thank you everybody who watched this year. This was a crazy year. Oh, and fantasy, by the way, lost, but we came in third. So we got our money back. So it was a fun experience. Sucks. Number one seed too. Just ran into a buzzsaw. And the guy I lost to ended up winning everything. So props to him. Can't be mad. My first real season of doing it, I won. And last year was horrible. Horrible. I think I came in fifth or sixth. I think it was sixth. I came in sixth. Horrible. So it's having a tough time to cope with that. What can you do though? I mean, you just have the best team that you possibly can have. Hopefully you get a bye week and then then you play your ass off, you know. But I got to make some adjustments for the next year so that doesn't happen. I like to say that I played a good year. I mean, third place is solid. Um, I'm on the podium. I'm on the podium. I got my bronze. You know, that's it's cool, I guess, like for the picture. But you know, you want to win. So um, next year, I think I want to do a fantasy video, like who you should be looking out for. I think that'll be cool. And then next year, I want to do a post game. It's just really hard, you know, having a job and trying to record videos like for everybody. I want it to be good. Like I don't want to just rush through it. Sometimes, you know, you have to, but I don't want to do that. So, but maybe you know, I gotta sack up and just do it. So it's tough. Tough. I'm still thinking about the lost guys. I'm sorry. But anyways, thank you everybody who watched the videos this year. I love all of you. I appreciate everyone. Also, I want to just thank all my friends, my best friends who jumped on the videos with me. Um, they're my brothers. I mean, Gabe, Bryce, Jaleel. I love all three of those guys, man. And we're gonna come back on next week to talk, hopefully, to talk about the playoffs and how we're doing so far. Your boy, your team's yeah, I'm not in it yet. We're not in. So I'm gonna be a little salty if they're talking about the playoffs and I'm not. But you know, it is what it is. We weren't good enough as a team. The defense kind of just fell apart. So hopefully they have one more chance. They have one more chance to get this shit right. They have to. I want to change one of my bets. But it's too late. Fuck it. Let's go. Shout out to the winning record. That's all we wanted to be above 500. So let's go. Everyone, be responsible. Gamble what you have, not what you need. And I was watching Squid Games, man. That shit struck a chord with me. Um, so I want everyone to just know I put no money on these games. Like I just do it for the love of it. So I hope you, whenever you guys do it, gamble what you have, not what you need. Okay. Everything $2. Herman Edwards, shout out. Everything bet everything $2 and you'll be fine. So and that's what I do on those games that I do bet. Um, but yeah, thank you. I appreciate you guys. All right. And as always, stay classy, San Diego.